What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Fan Friday, and today's winner was actually Greninja, which is very strange to see, but I guess it does make a lot of sense. Like, Greninja was a deck that was everywhere and has died off since then. Now, this is largely due to Decidueye. Decidueye is a better Greninja for sure. It's 100% better Greninja. You just put 20 everywhere, while Greninja Break, you have to discard a water energy. You could do 60, and it has to be the active spot. You know, Decidueye became a better Greninja deck, but still, we're gonna visit today and show why this deck might still have some steam in this format. So our main guys are going to be the Frogadier, has water through it, search over 3 Frogadiers and put them onto your bench. We have the Greninja with the Shadow Stitching 40, starting off to your opponent's end next turn. They cannot use abilities, so that's really good. Shut down Shamans and Hoopas and Volcanians and stuff like that. And Moonlight Slash 60. You may return a water energy from your Pokemon to your hand, do an additional 20, so 80. And then the main card is going to be Greninja Break with the giant water shuriken. Once during your turn, before you attack, if this Pokemon is your act Pokemon, you may discard a water energy from your hand. If you do, put 6 damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon and combine this with giant water shuriken, and Greninja does that for retreat. You can take down EX Pokemons fairly easily, and this is why Greninja was such a strong card just a couple months ago, but then has since died off. One Jirachi EX, which is going to be really good to help us out, try to help us out against Decidueye, but even then, it's not going to be that good for sure. No Talonflame. I don't like Talonflame and Greninja. I think it's bad, but that's Melee Pokemon, and of course, Froakie with Bubble. Of course. The Hollow Froakie. Alright, so that's going to be all the Pokemon here. Everything else we've seen pretty much before. You know, 4 Dive Ball, get those water Pokemon ASAP. 1 Level Ball to help you get the Jirachi plus Froakies plus Frogadier. 1 Professor, because we only play 6 basic water, so we need a way to search us out for the giant water shuriken. And one of the new cards is going to be Rotom Dex, because why not? After counting your prize cards, shuffle them into your deck, then take that many prize cards, or take that many cards from your deck, and put them face down into prize cards. This will help us get Frogadiers out if we prize multiple, and only if multiple. If we prize only 1, we're fine, we really don't care. If we prize 2 or 3 Frogadier, that's when we're going to use Rotom Dex. But the scary thing about Rotom Dex is we could shuffle like Greninjas in there and then like not have them anymore. So definitely a risky card, but it is good, I think, if you do have multiple Frogadiers priced. 2 Super Rod, because we need to get back our Greninjas, because they're going to keep getting knocked out, but once our Greninjas are set up, we're good to go. 3 Trainers Mail, 4 VS Seeker, and 3 Faded Town. So you do an additional 2 damage counters on each Mega Pokemon between turns, which that means coming back to you, take additional 40 damage, which can help you take on these Mega decks for sure. 1 Ace Trainer, because your opponent's probably taking a knockout first. You play this card when you're down on price, or when your opponent's up on price cards, or down, however you want to say it. If my opponent has 5 and I have 6, you could play this, and we both shuffle. We get 6, and they get 3, and that can help us slow them down. 1 Fisherman, get back these water energies. 1 Lysandre, 3 in. 1 Professor Kukui. This why not? Let's try to do some additional damage, and maybe Professor Kukui doing that additional 20 might help us take out a knockout. Maybe. That's the big thing. Maybe it'll help us. 4 Sycamore, 4 Burst Balloon. If we're attacked, they take an additional 60. So now we got Burst Balloon. We got the Greninja Break. We got Faded Town, Kukui. There's a lot of damage manipulators in this deck. 4 Splash Energy and 6 Water Energy. And there we go. I mean, there's not too much to talk about this Greninja deck. We have covered a lot of this before. A lot of people have seen it, but it did win Fan Friday, and I guess people just want to see me struggle. But today we'll show them wrong and show, hey, Greninja still does have some steam. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see this deck in action. Alright guys, we're gonna get Satamo playing a grass. Ooh, grass like again colorless deck. So we gotta hope that it's nothing too crazy. But we'll call heads like always, and we lost the coin flip, so we'll be going second, which is very unfortunate because we want to go. I mean, every deck you want to go first, but we really need to get our Pokemon out. So Preston, he knows we're playing Greninja. It is fairly obvious we are playing Greninja right now. But let's see how this matchup does go for us. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Is Greninja still a viable deck or not in the standard format? It used to dominate. It has died off since then. But Preston, we'll get a new hand of 7, and let's see, what do we find? We find a Froakie, a Watt. Okay, there we go. We need to find a Rescue Energy is what we really need to find. So Preston. Okay, and let's get ready. I mean, I guess we don't need Rescue Energy too much. We could just put down a Dive Ball, put out Froakie, and just pass and hope we get a Frogadier. This is a Hoothoos, so it's gonna be a Greninja Noctowl deck. Oh, I mean, not Greninja, Decidueye Noctowl deck. So Trainers Mail, look at top 4 cards of their deck, okay. Oh man, we are playing against Decidueye. Alright, can we get set for the 6? So Force Giant Plants, okay. Alright. It does have to proclaim the night, make where it can't play item cards, which is very scary. But we'll see how this matchup goes. Can we take down the Decidueye or not? Alright, so there's a Trevenant coming down with the Dark Forest and the Wood Blast. I don't care too much about that. Force the Giant Plants hit the field immediately, which we do have the Faded Town to counter that. If he kind of just threw that out there with no reason. There's an Ultra Ball. Going to discard 2 cards from his hand. Discarding a Rowlet and a Decidueye. Oh boy, that is scary. Show me a Shaman and set up for 3. And there we go. Alright, so Shaman will come down and set up for 3 new cards. Now I wonder if our opponent is playing the non-Vileplume version, or is playing the, I think it's Yamato's list, where it plays like Trevenant and Hoothoot and stuff like that. But does he find a turn when Decidueye? Okay. Like I said, we have a Faded Town encounter that. There's a Grass when you're going down to do the Trevenant. Dark Force does not knock us out immediately. There's a Shaman setting up for 2. Alright, and I think no matter what, we're not going to play in unless he does in us, then we'll play in or whatever. But, let's see what our opponent does here. Okay, a pass onto our turn. That's fantastic. So, we'll, Faded Town. We will Dive Ball for a Froakie. Put a Froakie, Water in the active, and go for a Bubble, trying to paralyze the active, and it is Tails, unfortunately. If we would paralyze the active, it will get stuck, and he would be able to do Trevenant. The most he could do right now is Proclaim the Night. Dark Force only does 40, make it where he can't retreat, but then put down a Frogadier, and then it'll be good to go. Okay, so we're looking okay right now. We're just gonna put down Frogadier and use Water Duplicates and see how many Frogadiers are prized. I'm hoping it's none. There's a Team Flare Gun discarding the water off the active. That is fine. And do we just get a pass onto our turn? Alright, so pass onto our turn. There is a Froakie. Okay, so I'm going to put down the Frogadier. And I'm just going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Okay. There's a Greninja, Level Ball, and a Splash Energy. So Splash in the active. We're going to Level Ball for a Jirachi just to get out of our deck if it's in there, and it does kind of threaten if he does put a DC down. So we'll Level Ball, let's see what's in there, and there is a Jirachi. We do have a Frogadier prize, unfortunately. We could use Rotom Dex afterwards and maybe get it into the deck. Alright, so put on the Jirachi. I'm not gonna Bursting Balloon right now. Right now I'm just gonna Water Duplicates for 2 more Frogadier, so 1 and 2. Alright, so we're slowly getting set up. So Frogadier and a Frogadier. Alright, so on to our opponent's turn. Let's see what happens. Can he draw out of this? He is struggling right now for sure. But I'm still scared of Wood Blast. I will knock us out. So via Seeker for another Team Flare Grunt. Okay. Alright, so Team Flare Grunt, going to discard the Splash Energy off the active. But we can just put down a Greninja on the bench. We can put Greninja on the active and just retreat. So there's a Grass and you're going to Trevenant. Okay. Pass onto our turn. Alrighty, so we're going to put down a Greninja. I am going to free retreat into the Froakie. Okay. Burst Balloon the active and just play a Sycamore. Discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. And there's a letter, Splash Energy, and a Greninja Break. Okay, so I was hoping for more Greninjas, obviously. But we're going to Splash Energy to the bench and just pass onto our opponent's turn. If he does retreat and attack, we can then blow him up this turn. With Burst Balloon, and then we can use the Giant Water Shuriken plus a Moonlight Slash, which will knock him out. So there's a Flowstone to the to the Trevenant actually, and pass onto our turn. Alrighty, so we are going to Greninja, put down a Greninja. We will Professor Letter for 2 Water Energies, so 1 and 2. We will we actually can't use Giant Water Sugar right now because it's not in the active spot. Duh. Alright, so I think I'm still going to put a Water Energy on the active. This is weird now. Alright, so I'm going to Water Energy on the active. I am going to retreat into the Greninja Break. Going to Giant Water Shuriken, hit the bench Trevenant for 60. Put a Splat. Oh, we already touched turn. Sorry. And we will Moonlight Slash for 60. No, we will not pick up the energy. Oh my goodness, I forgot to put down the Burst Balloon. Alright, so that was a misplay right there. So VS Seeker, okay, so the VS Seeker does help us. We can still take a knock on Trevenant next turn, so Trevenant will come up. I forgot to Burst Balloon the Trevenant, of course, but that's still fine. If he takes a knockout, the Greninja will return it back into our hand unless he plays into the VS Seeker for Team Flare Grunt, which I'm hoping he doesn't. Okay, but we can Super Rod, shuffle the 3 waters back into our deck. If he, yeah, that's fine. We'll get another Greninja break, but does he find a water energy? He could not find a water energy, and then he's in trouble again. So there's a VS Seeker for another Team Flare Grunt, okay. I think that's what we're going to see. Yeah, Team Flare Grunt, okay. What if he... Alright, so Team Flare Grunt, does he have a Grass energy? He can Dark Force for 40. And yeah, just going to Dark Force for 40. I mean, if we had a Burst Balloon, we'll be able to take a knockout, but we still can take a knockout this turn. Alright, so I'm going to Super Run. Shove back in the 3 water energies. I'm going to Splash into the active, put down a Burst Balloon, and VS Seeker for a Sycamore. As long as we find a water G, we'll be able to take a knockout. And I mean, my opponent hasn't really done anything, but we will take that. And there's a Splash Energy, Greninja, okay. We will Trainers Mail. Looking for the Rotom Dex right now, and we don't find the Rotom Dex, but we do find it in for next turn. We will Giant Water Shuriken, the active for 60, and just Moonlight Slash for the knockout. So you gotta think we're in great position right now. Yeah, so no, I'm not returning that back of my hand. There's a victory. We take a win against... I mean, my opponent didn't really do anything, but hey, we will take that victory all day against that deck, and we'll see another game with the deck here in a second. Can Greninja break get another break? That was dumb. Alright, we'll see what happens in the next game. Alright, so playing against young Gerald, playing a Psychic and a Colors deck, which means Mega Mewtwo. Now, Mega Mewtwo does play Garbodor. We won the coin flip, but can we take it down or not? Alright, no field blower just yet. Does not exist, unfortunately. So, press done. We do have the Faded Town, so we can't counter his, like, Shrine of Memories, which is going to be really bad for us. But if he plays this correctly, he should theoretically never evolve his Mewtwo's. I think that's what it is. Like, he should just, like, Mewtwo and Garbodor, and he wins this game. 100% that's what he does here. If he Mega Evolves, he gives us an opening. If he doesn't Mega Evolve, then we're fine. Because this plan is just a damage change. Like, just, like, put 3 Psychic Energies on the active and just keep, like, doing a ton of damage. While having a Garbodor in the field, we can use Giant Water Shuriken. So that's what he wants to do here. Alright, so we started Jirachi, which is okay. Alright, so press done. It does have the Stardust effect, which is somewhat good. You can discard some DCEs if he does that. And there is a Mewtwo EX in the active spot. So we'll Trainers Mail, grabbing a Love Ball. Okay. I am going to Love Ball, Froakie. Oh, we do have a Frogadier prize there. So grab Froakie. Put that down. I'm going to put a Water in the active. And I'm going to Kukui just to thin out of our deck. We'll Trainers Mail for another... Okay, we'll grab a Lysandre for next turn. Just pretend like we don't have anything really and just pass onto our opponent's turn. Okay. On to our opponent's turn. Let's see what happens. Does he in us? Troubleshoot. There's a lot of things that can happen here. Or keep our cool. So Ultra Ball. Good card. Good card. Good card. Alright, discards a Psychic and a Shrine of Memories. Okay. Alright, there's a Hoopa. Gonna use Scondring. Search for 3 EX Pokemon. Okay, so Hoopa coming down. Alright. I'm so glad he discarded the Shrine of Memories. That's one less stadium we have to worry about. Alright, so grabs a Mewtwo, and Shaman. Alright, so he's already playing it totally wrong. He just needs a Mewtwo and a Garb. Nothing else, and he wins this game. So double Mewtwo coming down, Psychic Energy active. Shout Shot will only hit us for 10. Yep. Alright, so an end going to his hand. He has Shaman for 2. But then he has an end. So full stone to the Hoopa, which is great for us. One less full stone to worry about. Greninja, or Garbodor, okay. He gets Shaman for 3. Okay. But does he find a Trubbish? I mean, he has like a billion turns to find a Trubbish, so we're not really... he's not really worried about ASAP. I'm hoping we top deck a... Okay, so Lysandre bring up the... Really, my Froakie. Alright, so Shaman for 4. Alright, so Froakie being brought up to the X spot is not cool at all. What a Not a very nice person. Shadow Shot for 30 damage. Alright, please let me top deck a Frogadier. A Froakie. Oh, man. Okay, so we'll watch the active and we'll play an in. We know he has an in hand, but we need to find a Frogadier, and we find one, alright? So, we found a Splash Energy too, but it's gotten too late. We already kind of committed that somewhere else. So, Froakie, Dive Ball for a Frogadier. And we were Water Dubit, so only 2 Froakies, though. If he has a Psychic Energy, he will be able to swing. Alright, so Water Dubits. Gonna get 2 Frogadiers, okay. 1 and 2. There's 1, and there's 2. And the big question, will my opponent Mega Evolve or not? Or will he be smart and not Mega Evolve at all? So Spearling to the active. He looks like he's ready to Mega Evolve. Spearling to the bench, okay. Psychic to the active. We'll see. Oh, and there's the Mega Evolution, which I said is the wrong play 100%. So Shrine of Memories will come down. And no Garb. Okay, alright. So Sycamore discarding his hand, draws 7 new cards. This is great for us. This is fantastic news. Okay. Alrighty, so things are looking good for us. He's discarded 2 Shrine of Memories. He doesn't have Garbodor. Alright, so there's a Trainers Mail. Look at top 4 cards of his deck. I mean, Shadow Shot right now will only do 3, 6, 9. Only does 100 damage, which does not knock us out, but he can put another energy down and take a knockout that way. Alright, so a thing on that guy. Okay. And alright, so we're just gonna start the party. He's Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards from his hand. Gonna get another Mega Mewtwo out for sure. Okay. Another Mega Mewtwo hit the bench. There's a lot of things that are going to be happening right now. Can we find Bursting Balloons? Can we find Faded Towns? Can we find more Greninjas? A Super Rod, get back the Frogadier that just got knocked out because it didn't have a Splash Energy. So Frogadier going to the act spot. On our turn, we find a Water Energy. So put down Frogadier. We will Trainers Mail, trying to look for a supporter card, and we find a VS Seeker, which is fantastic. So we'll put a Splash into the active. We will VS Seeker for an in, and give us a new hand of Sex, and hopefully we find another Greninja, because that's what we really need right now. So we don't find another Greninja, unfortunately. Alright. So we're done Froakie, and we will Moonlight Slash for 60. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Alright, so right now I'm just going to Moonlight Slash for 60. No. Okay, that way if the Greninja get knocked out, it gets returned back in our hand. Alright, so our opponents are going to draw a card. Does he have a Lysandre? Either way, we can... I think we're okay here. I think we're okay. He's going to go down 2 prize cards. But... we should be fine. Dude, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We got this. So another Mega Mewtwo come down. Okay. 3 Mega Mewtwo's. That's great. We just gotta find our Faded Towns. Does he have energy to the active? If he does, he'll take a knockout. So 3, 6, 9. He's only doing 100 right now. Does not knock us out. And if he doesn't knock us out, we actually can knock him out, which would be great. Alrighty. What does young Gerald do here? Alright, so Psychic Energy active, and there's a Psychic Affinity for the knockout. But that Greninja will get turned back into our hand. Okay, so we'll say the Frogadier. Alright, those guys come back in our hand, and on to our turn, we will Greninja. We will Frogadier. We top deck a Faded Town, so put that guy down. We will Super Rod, shove back in 1, 2, 3. And I think I'm actually going to Sycamore here, just discard our hand and draw 7 new cards, because we need to find a bunch of stuff. There's a Burst Balloon, a Splash Energy. Alright, so put down Frogadier. We will Splash Energy, Bursting Balloon, and we will Moonlight Slash for 60, saying no, we want to keep this in play. Alright, so doing another 60. If he attacks us, he will get knocked out, so damage going everywhere. The only unfortunate thing is if he damage changes, then that's bad. Alright, so let's see what our opponent does here. I think we're still fine. I think we're 100% fine. He's going to take another knockout. He's going to go down 2, but the Greninja line gets returned back into our hand. No Frogadier, though. So VS Seeker, let's see what he gets here. He's already down 2. There's a Lysandre. So with the Lysandre, he will be able to bring up a bench Pokemon and damage change if he has a Shrine of Memories. So there's a DC to the bench. Mewtwo, and nope. Going to go for a Psychic Affinity, which is fantastic for us. And everybody will take an additional 20 damage. So I'll send the Frogadier. Or Greninja, sorry. So 20, 20, and 20. Okay. on our turn, we will put down the Greninja Break first. That's what we're gonna do. We will Giant Water Sugar in the active for 60. Take it a knockout. Okay. Go down to 4, so 1 and 2. Get a Froakie and a Fisherman. Okay. Let's see what he decides to send up here. Going to send in the Hoopa. All right. I'll put down the Frogadier. A part of me wants to. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is a Lysandre, bring up this Mewtwo EX. Or Mega Mewtwo. Okay. We will Splash Energy, Bursting Balloon, and Moonlight Slash. Yes, we're trying to back into our hand. Get the water Splash Energy back in there. Okay, so doing 80. Okay, plus 20. So now if he attacks us, he will get knocked out thanks to the Faded Town. Or Faded Town, yeah. He's already played 2 Shrine of Memories. Does he play a third one? There's a Lysandre. Bring it to the bench, Jirachi. We'll take a knockout, go down to 2. There's a DC to the bench. But we're looking good here. We're going to be a Fisherman to get back our energies. And, I mean, our opponent's in a bad situation. So Mega Turbo to the bench. Mega Mewtwo, okay. There we go. There's a Shaman coming out. I'm going to set up 4 new cards. Does he find a way to damage change right now? So Shaman for a bunch of new cards. Does he play another Shrine of Memories? Alright, so there's a Trainers Mail. Oh, and there's a Shrine of Memories. No. Alright, so he will be able to use Shrine of Memories this turn. So Psychic Infinity. And he goes for Psychic Infinity. He definitely misplayed there because, oh, he doesn't have enough Psychic Energies. He should have definitely still put it down though, I think. So, okay. So on our turn, we will Dive Ball for another Greninja. Okay. We'll put down the Greninja. We will Fisherman for some energies. Alright. Only 2, but that's fine. We will Giant Water Sugar, hit the active for 60. Okay. Alrighty, we'll take 2 prize cards, 1 and 2. Oh man, I think that was kind of a silly thing to do, but that's fine. Sends the Hoopa, we'll send the Greninja. Okay. Gonna be able to damage change this turn, but it's not gonna take a knockout immediately. Alright. We will Splash into the active and go for a Moonlight Slash. Return the we return the Splash Energy back into our hand. Yep. Alright, so there we go. I mean, let's see. This Mewtwo is going to take another 20 damage, okay. It will not take a knockout on us, and if he swings with this guy, we'll be able to win the game. We have a Splash Energy and a Water Energy, plus a Dive Ball. So there's a Shiny Members come down. Okay. He can damage change for 100, but that doesn't really do anything. He needs it in. Our 3 cards are perfect. It's literally the perfect 3 cards we can have. He needs to in us. But he's like, he only has 3 cards. He hasn't played his quarter cards. I think I'm fine. If he goes with damage change, we do not care about this. I mean, we'll probably just like Giant Water Sugar and the Hoopa, Dive Ball for another Greninja Break, retreat, and then go for a Moonlight Slash for 60 on the active. That's free retreat, which is really nice. And you gotta think we got this deck for sure. No Garbodor, so we're fine here. And guys, it looks like we will take a game. So DC's active, Psychic Infinity for the knockout, but we have the game in hand. So 190 damage. But that does not matter. We'll send him Greninja. I guess the only way he could have won was if he hacks. We will Greninja Break. We top the other Greninja Break. We will Giant Water Sugar in the active for 60. And we'll put a Splash in the active and Moonlight Slash for the game. We have the perfect cards in our hand, and we will just Moonlight Slash. We have a ton of options to do there. Yes, we're trying to back into our hand, and we'll take down the Mega Mewtwo deck. And there we go, guys. This is why Greninja is still maybe a strong consideration nowadays. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. There we go. Spin a wheel. I don't think my opponent play Gar. Oh, he does with Garbodor. Plays a 2-1 line, which a lot of Mewtwo decks do nowadays. Like I said, I think his first mistake was Mega Evolving. After that, we kind of knew we could win the game from there. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a fantastic Friday. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.